Along the banks of the Gatineau River in 19th century Quebec lived a solitary miller named Joachim Crete. A pragmatic and skeptical man, Crete had forsaken the church, having no patience for the superstitious beliefs of his fellow villagers. One wintry day, a traveler rapped at his door. With a bearded grin, the stranger stepped inside and introduced himself as Hubert Sauvageot, in search of a job. Though Crete preferred his own company, he did need a hand, and so he agreed to hire him. The two men spent their evenings playing checkers and drinking together by lamplight until Hubert would pull on his boots and go off into the dark. Crete never asked where he went, for he always returned by dawn. Not long after Hubert's arrival in the village, sheep and cattle began to mysteriously go missing, their mauled carcasses found in the woods. Rumors spread that a Loup-Garou, a werewolf, must be on the prowl. Though the villagers warned Crete against his new employee, he refused to listen, for only a fool would believe such a thing. When Christmas Eve arrived and the village church bells chimed for midnight mass, their echoes reached all the way to Crete's cabin. But he had no intention of attending, as he and Hubert were deep into a game of checkers. As the last bell fell silent, another silence echoed in his ears, and he realized the heavy stone mill had stopped turning. The two men, clumsy with drink, stumbled outside to investigate. When the mill refused to budge, Crete accidentally dropped the lantern, which went out. He called to Hubert in the dark, but no response came, so he found his way back to the cabin, leaving the door open a crack. No sooner had he sat down at the table when a moan sounded behind him. He turned and gasped at what he saw. A massive black dog sat growling in the open doorway, fangs dripping and eyes red like coals. It rose on its haunches, tall as a man, ready to pounce. In his terror, Crete fell to his knees in prayer, crying, "Loup-Garou, forgive me, mon Dieu!" As the beast lunged for him, Crete grabbed a scythe from the wall and struck at its face, slicing its ear open. Then he blacked out from fright. He awoke to cold water splashing his face and found a concerned Hubert bent over him. A trail of blood trickled down his employee's neck, drawing Crete's gaze to its origin. Hubert's ear hung partly severed from his scalp. "You!" Crete gasped in renewed terror. With that, he fell back against his pillow, mouth agape, and never again came back to his senses.